Good afternoon, everyone. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We are coming to you live because there are reports from the South American country of Bolivia that there is a possible coup attempt going on. In recent minutes, AP is reporting Bolivia's president confronted his military commander on live TV and ordered soldiers to withdraw from the government palace. Let me show you some video I have here coming out from, this is some video from Bolivia here. I'm going to put some sound on. This is from AFP. It's like a loop of video. It's not live, but it's some video from today. Again, this is all video. It's like a loop of video from today from Bolivia. This is from La Paz, Bolivia. This is via AFP. La Paz is the seat of government in Bolivia. So there's a lot of irregular military movements there at the seat of government. In La Paz, Bolivia. So that's kind of doing a loop. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of leave that on for a second. It's just a loop of video. I'm hoping to maybe get some live video from there, but I don't have any live video at the moment. Let me see what other information I can get you at the moment. Hold on a second here. I'm also checking some Bolivian sources here to see if I can get any more from them. Give me one moment here. Okay, so I have an update for you. The Bolivian newspaper Los Tiempos says the commander of the Bolivian Army said that the armed forces took Murillo Square in La Paz out of annoyance and asserted a new cabinet of ministers will be formed. He said that Luis Arce is the president of Bolivia for the moment. Okay, so that is just in. Let me actually post that. But that is an announcement from the commander of the Bolivian Army, who says they are replacing the cabinet, but not the by force, but not the president at the moment. This is from Los Tiempos. Bolivian newspaper Los Tiempos. They said the commander of the Bolivian army, Andres Zuniga, said this Wednesday that the armed forces took Murillo Square in La Paz out of annoyance and asserted that a new cabinet of ministers will be formed. He said that Luis Arce is still the president of Bolivia for the moment. So the Bolivian army has announced that they're going to replace the cabinet of the cabinet, but not the president for the moment. So let me actually post that in the headline. Bolivian army says it's replacing cabinet not president for now. Let me actually just replace the headline. Hang on one second here, guys. Give me one moment. One moment. Need to get everything to fit here. Bolivia is in South America. I'll show you on a map in a second. I'm just fixing the headline. We'll see what the president says about the Bolivian Army saying it's going to replace the cabinet. So again, according to Los Tiempos, the commander of the Bolivian Army. This is Bolivia, not Brazil. The commander of the Bolivian Army said that the armed forces took Murillo Square in La Paz out of annoyance and asserted that a new cabinet of ministers will be formed. He said that Luis Arce is the president of Bolivia for the moment. Surely you will soon see a new cabinet, he told the press. There's going to be a new cabinet. Ministers are going to be changed, but our state cannot continue like this, doing whatever it wants. We are showing our annoyance. It is a duty and obligation that its armed forces recover this country again. Enough of this. Impoverish the country and humiliate the army, said the head of the army. Asked if he recognizes the authority of the president, the head of the army said, for the moment. All right, give me one moment here. What is this? Why am I hearing? I should not still be hearing that. Actually, all right, let me get off that video for a second. Hang on. So I'm gonna hopefully I can get some live video to show you. That was just a loop of stuff from AFP. Oh, I'm gonna have I think something else to show you shortly. Just so you know where we're talking about Bolivia. Oops, let me show you where this is. One moment here. It's right. Get this right here. Right there, Bolivia. Next to Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, and Chile. Bolivia, right here. $12 million people live in Bolivia. Okay, give me a moment. Let me try to get you some more updates here. Hang on. So also Los Tiempos, which is a Bolivian news outlet, said that armed soldiers wearing balaclavas, like masks over their faces, took over Murillo Square, the political center of power in Bolivia this afternoon. Minutes before that, the president denounced irregular mobilizations of some units of the Bolivian Army. The army commander was at the scene in a tank. So hoping to have some more videos soon. Oh, what is this? This is some announcement. This is Bolivian president calling on citizens to mobilize against coup. I'm going to play you this, but I think it's going to be not in English. So I think it's going to be in Spanish. But I'm going to play you this in a second. I'm going to have another video for you. Hang on. Right here. I just have to reset this. So, oh, is it going to play again? Maybe it'll play again. Let's see. What's the restrictions on this? Hang on. Kind of keeping everything. Yes. Okay, here is the Bolivian president speaking right here.
Toda la comunidad internacional. El país hoy está enfrentando un intento de golpe de Estado.
So this is the Bolivian president calling on citizens to mobilize against a coup d'etat. That's the Bolivian president right there. That I guess happened recently. It's not live.
Aquí en Casa Grande para enfrentar todo intento golpista, todo intento que atente a nuestra democracia. El pueblo boliviano hoy es convocado. Necesitamos que el pueblo boliviano se organice y se movilice en contra del golpe de Estado, en favor de la democracia. No podemos permitir que una vez más intentonas golpistas se lleven vidas bolivianas. Queremos exhortar a todos a que defendamos la democracia y aquí estamos firmes en Casa Grande con todo el gabinete, con nuestras organizaciones sociales. Saludamos a las organizaciones sociales y las invitamos cordialmente a que nuevamente muestren el camino de la democracia al pueblo boliviano. ¡Que viva el pueblo boliviano!
¡Que viva!
¡Que viva la democracia!
¡Que viva! ¡Que viva nuestro presidente Luis Arce! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva la democracia! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva el pueblo unido! ¡Que viva!
¡Muera el golpismo!
¡Que viva!
All right, again, so that was the Bolivian president telling people citizens to mobilize against a coup d'etat. Hoping to get some live video. I don't have any I can show you at the moment, but I'm hoping to get some. All right, hang on. I'm just getting a couple things set up to keep an eye on here. Give me one moment. Yeah, there's actually an armed military vehicle rammed the door of the presidential palace in Bolivia. I'll try to get some video of that I can show you as well. What do I have here? I just have the video that I showed you, but hopefully I'll get some more. Hang on a second here. Let me just look and see what I have for you. This is Wednesday. That's Wednesday. Bolivia. Yeah, that's the only thing I have right now. I'm guessing I'll get some more videos soon. Sorry. All right, so we're covering this this country with 12 million people in South America, Bolivia. The army has stormed, part of the army at least, has stormed the seat of government in La Paz, Bolivia, and the army has announced that it is going to replace the cabinet, and it says that the president's going to be allowed to still be the president for now. The president has called on citizens to defend against a coup attempt. So that is what's going on in Bolivia right now. We're bringing you live breaking news updates. Oh, I was going to post a link to a video in the chat. Hang on. I just saw a video. I don't own the rights to this video. This is a video of Bolivian soldiers placing barricades to block roads into Plaza Murillo. So I'm posting that in the chat right now. Hang on. I'll take some comments and questions too. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting on the air, getting everything organized right now. But I got to be, you know, with the footage, the video I just posted, that's from a news network there, so I can't just steal the news network's footage. Hopefully I'll have a live shot shortly. I hope. NBC News says a coup attempt is feared in Bolivia as troops pour into the streets of the capital. Armored vehicles rammed into the doors of Bolivia's government palace as the president said irregular movements of troops were taking place in La Paz. NBC says the incident was met with a wave of outrage by other regional leaders, including the Organization of American States, Gabriel Boric, the president of Chile, Honduras' leader, and former Bolivian leaders. NBC News says Bolivia, a country of 12 million people, has seen intensifying protests in recent months over the country's precipitous decline from one of the continent's fastest growing 2 decades ago to one of its most crisis-stricken. Also, the NBC News says the country has seen a high-profile rift at the highest levels of the governing party. The current president and his one-time ally have been battling for the future of Bolivia's splintering movement for socialism, known by Spanish acronym MAS, ahead of elections in 2025. Okay. Our viewer, Mogvet, says unsure of what the president expects from the citizens. Also, BBC reports soldiers storm presidential palace in Bolivia in apparent coup attempt. The president said a coup was underway. However, this is interesting. BBC says rumors have been swirling for days that General Juan Jose Zuniga, who is I believe the leader of their military. Let me just confirm that, though. Yes, the commander of the Bolivian Army, according to BBC, there have been rumors swirling for days that the commander of the Bolivian Army was on the verge of being dismissed. The military chief appeared on television on Monday and said he would arrest Mr. Morales, former president, if Evo Morales ran for office next year. Oh, by the way, Maria Nella Prada, this is not going to be in English. Maria Nella Prada, who is a minister of the presidency in Bolivia, is actually live on her Facebook right now. That's Maria Nella Prada. So she is a Bolivian government minister. I don't know what's going on. That's not going to be in English. She had previously posted there, and I think she was saying a coup is going on, but I don't know. I'm just looking at the video right here that she had posted earlier. Again, this is from Maria Nella Prada, who is a government minister in Bolivia. She had posted this video earlier. And now she's live on her Facebook, but I don't know what's going on. And it's not going to be in English. I'm going to keep an eye on that because I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know. CNW says, the head of the army just made a statement to the press in Plaza Murillo where he says the armed forces want to restore democracy as well as calling for the release of political prisoners, including former President Janine Áñez. And then a couple of outlets have posted this image from TV of the Bolivian president meeting face-to-face with the head of the military. So I'll post that link right now from AZ Intel in the chat. Again, I can't steal the news network footage. Oh, guys, I think I'm about to get some live video. I'm about to get some live video from La Paz, Bolivia. It looks like. Oh, no, not live, a tape from La Paz. But some new video about to come in. So as soon as I see that, I'll play that for you. Thanks to all of our moderators for being here. Oh, hold on. Let me show you this video here. Coming up from AFP. It's not playing yet. This is from earlier today. I'll let it play one more time. It's like on a loop. It's on a loop.
Habrían llegado también por parte de resguardar la seguridad de Plaza Murillo. Estamos aguardando cualquier pronunciamiento y revisar lo que sucede en las redes sociales.
Nuestros recursos se van a saquear en un ministerio.
I'll turn the sound down on that, let it play again. Again, that is from AFP. That's some video coming in from Bolivia, La Paz, Bolivia. The New York Times reports that members of Bolivia's military gathered today outside the presidential palace. The president said this was this appeared to be an attempt to take over this government building, the presidential palace. Video on Bolivian television showed a tank ramming into the palace door and soldiers trying to make their way into the palace. The head of the army briefly entered the presidential palace, said local reporters. A former president, Evo Morales, claimed a coup was underway. Oh, local news media had reported that the head of the army was actually dismissed from his position this week. But he was there leading this group of military at the presidential palace today. And as I mentioned to you, Los Tiempos, which is a Bolivian outlet, said that the head of the army, Zuniga, said that a new cabinet of ministers will be formed, but he said that the current president is still the president for the moment. For the moment. So according to the head of the military, they're not, for the moment, trying to replace the president, but they're going to replace the cabinet by force. I haven't seen any reporting that says that they took over the whole presidential palace. According to Freedom House, Bolivia is a democracy where credible elections have been held regularly. So it is a democracy. 12 million people live there. Hey, a quick thanks to our moderators who are here. RJ, thanks for being here, RJ. Cynthia Moon. Appreciate it. Linda Belk and Larry moderate for us on X. Thanks to our Twitch moderators too. Hang on one moment. David Green, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Papa Bear, Sharon C54, and Tariag, all moderating. Thank you so much. I want to thank our Facebook moderators as well. Kay Lowry Body is moderating. Thanks, Kay. Diane Allworth. No, Diane's not moderating. Diane's one of our subscribers. Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Kay, for moderating over there on Facebook. I'm just showing you this looped video right now from AFP. Oh, this is very interesting, guys. Very interesting update from CNW. So CNW cited a source, Herbal, which is a Bolivian news outlet. And they reported that the Bolivian president just appointed a new military high command This is taking place just 100 meters from where General Zuniga is sat in Plaza Murillo. So there's soldiers there from the Bolivian military, and the head of the Bolivian military, who may have been fired this week, it's not clear, he's saying that they're going to replace the cabinet. But the Bolivian president just apparently appointed a new military high command. I'm going to change the headline back to this. But if the president is replacing the military high command, then he's saying that the head of the army, or at least whether he's maybe the former head of the army, he's saying that that guy doesn't have any authority to do anything. But he's still there with a bunch of troops. So how's that going to work out? I don't know. So again, it's being reported by a source in... Oh, is the president speaking right now? The president might be speaking right now. I think the president is speaking right now. I don't have a live video of it, though. So I am looking at a couple of Bolivian news outlets, or one Bolivian news outlet, and it looks like the president might be speaking right now. It's in Spanish, because I'm looking at it. Oh, here he is right here. So this is from, look, this is the president speaking. This is from Maria Nella. I'm going to put the volume up. She's a government minister. Can we hear him? Hold on. Hold on. Can we hear him? Why am I not here? Oh, hold on. I'll get it for you.
Hermanos militares, que lamentablemente la historia reciente del país, tratando de hacer un golpe de Estado cuando el pueblo boliviano siempre ha sido un pueblo democrático.
So that's the president. He's speaking right now.
¡Que viva el pueblo de Bolivia!
¡Siempre luchadores!
Again, this is the president. He's speaking live right now. It's the Facebook page of a government minister.
En la que el gobierno nacional se encuentra aquí en Casa Grande, junto a su gabinete de ministros, ministras, junto a nuestro hermano, vicepresidente, y junto al pueblo boliviano, y junto a los buenos militares que saben respetar la Constitución política del Estado. Haremos respetar la democracia ganada con el voto en las urnas del pueblo boliviano. Saludamos al pueblo boliviano que, al noticiado de estos acontecimientos, está aquí rodeando la Plaza Murillo.
pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será.
They're saying the people united will never be defeated.
Vamos a los organismos internacionales que han reprochado este acto, a los países amigos que se han pronunciado en favor de la democracia boliviana. Saludamos a todos quienes están en este momento emitiendo pronunciamientos, alcaldes, gobernadores, organizaciones sociales, que se están pronunciando en contra de cualquier acción en contra de la democracia del pueblo boliviano.
Democracia sí, dictadura no.
Saludamos al comandante de la policía boliviana y a toda la policía. Saludamos al comandante de la policía boliviana y a toda la policía. Que se ha mantenido apegado a la norma y a la ley, como debería ser siempre la policía al lado de los ciudadanos. Queremos saludar la presencia del hermano Esteban Alavi, secretario ejecutivo de la Confederación Sindical de Comunidades Interculturales, de la hermana Janet Pizarro, ejecutiva de la Confederación de Mujeres, de las comunidades interculturales. La presencia de todas las bolivianas y bolivianos en redes sociales que se están manifestando en contra de esta intentona golpista que lo único que hace es dañar la imagen de la democracia a nivel internacional, generar incertidumbre innecesaria en nuestro país en momentos en que los bolivianos necesitamos trabajar para sacar al país adelante. Estamos seguros que con todo esto que está ocurriendo en nuestro país y con este nombramiento vamos a aplacar los apetitos inconstitucionales de algunos malos militares. Llamamos al pueblo boliviano a movilizarse, llamamos al pueblo boliviano asimismo a mantener la calma, porque todos los bolivianos juntos vamos a derrotar cualquier intentona golpista.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido.
Yeah, something sounded like there might have been like a boom or something. I mean, this is the military is a bunch of the military is right outside here. I believe this is the presidential palace, and there's a lot of military right outside there. But I don't know exactly what's going on there.
Al ex comandante de la Fuerza Aérea Boliviana que nos está acompañando, Luis Arce, y desear éxito a los tres nuevos comandantes de las tres fuerzas de nuestro Estado plurinacional de Bolivia para que hagan respetar no solamente la constitución política del Estado, sino el mando militar que corresponde. Ese mando militar, esa cadena de mando no puede romperse porque eso está constitucionalmente prohibido y aquí los militares deben respetar nuestra constitución política del Estado. Deseamos el mayor éxito y por supuesto seguiremos nosotros trabajando conjuntamente como lo hemos estado haciendo para que nuestras Fuerzas Armadas se dignifiquen y cada día se consigan unas Fuerzas Armadas al servicio del pueblo boliviano. Muchas gracias y felicidades a los presidentes.
Presidente constitucional del Estado plurinacional de Bolivia. Lucho, no estás solo. Ese es el grito de tu pueblo, es el grito del pueblo boliviano, que este grito se está haciendo eco en los 9 departamentos, en los 4 puntos cardinales de nuestro Estado plurinacional de Bolivia. Lucho no está solo, y reiteramos el mensaje del presidente. Unidas y unidos, las bolivianas y los bolivianos, vamos a hacer respetar la democracia. Hemos concluido el presente acto, despedimos a nuestras autoridades en Testera. Agradecemos la presencia de nuestro hermano presidente, Luis Alberto Arce Catacora, nuestro hermano vicepresidente, Gilata David Choquehuanca.
So this is live video via AFP. I don't know what they're saying. But I'm letting you watch it. It's interesting. And again, the military is outside there, or some of the military is outside.
El pueblo está con Lucho, el pueblo está con la democracia. Bolivia hará respetar la democracia de nuestro Estado plurinacional de Bolivia. De esta manera hemos concluido el presente acto.
Oh, okay. So that was that live video. Hoping to get you some more live video. Give me one moment here. Sorry. Hang on one moment. We'll go over what's going on. So this afternoon, the head of the Bolivian Army and a bunch of Bolivian military showed up at the presidential palace, and they've blockaded the area. They rammed the door with a tank. I don't know how many of them. I saw a report saying that they might have gone into the presidential palace for a short time. The head of the military, who some reports say had been dismissed by the president this week, he announced that the head of the military that there was going to be that the cabinet was going to be replaced, and that the president was going to be allowed to be president for the moment. But the president, Luis Arce, I believe it is, he in the last hour, it was reported, just appointed a new head of the military, a new military command. So it sounds like, from what I can gather, he's not going along with this general who said that we're going to replace the cabinet and is there with military forces. And he just gave a speech, which we saw live. He is denouncing this coup d'etat. And he has he swore in new military commanders. He swore in new military commanders. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. There's a bunch of military outside the presidential palace right now. And again, he is the democratically elected, the president, Luis Arce, is the democratically elected president. So I'm not an expert on Bolivia, obviously, but bringing you the latest updates. I'm trying to get you more live video. I'm hoping to have. I'm trying to get you some more. I'm hoping to have some more of that. Let me do something real quick right now. Okay. Quick thank you, by the way, for your support. Pat W., Martin Gingrich, Rune, Sinan, Baby Blue Sky, Ken Wong. Hang on. Sorry. Everything is a little messed up. And Shadows653, who said, my friend had to leave. He lives in Bolivia. He said it was getting very ugly and he was scared for him and his family. Now, I don't know when Shadow's friend left. Thanks, Shadows. And also Debbie James. Shadows said, Debbie James, thank you. And Shadows also said, my friend made it out of the Capitol. Him and his family are safe. He said they are having cell phone issues and internet issues. Okay. Bringing you live coverage. Hoping to get you some more videos soon. Live video, I'm hoping. And going to try to keep getting you the latest updates. You can give me a shout on X at Lookner. I need to also be checking Bolivian sources, which I want to keep doing. I don't have the live video from outside. If I get it and I can show it to you, I will show it to you. I can only show you what I have the rights to. I can't steal some news outlet's video. Okay, here's an update, an updated report from I believe they're a Spanish language news station, Telenoticias. They say after denouncing the coup, the president, Luis Arce, swears in new military leadership. He said, so we just saw the president speak. So Telenoticias says, the president said, one of the things he said was, today has been an atypical day in a country that wants democracy. Today we are experiencing an attempted coup d'etat by soldiers who are staining the uniform, who are attacking our political constitution of the state. But we also have soldiers who know that respect for current regulations is the most important thing, says the president. And the General Zuniga, who was the leader a few days ago of the army, but it looks like he's not anymore, he said that there will be a new cabinet of ministers, but they're not, the president is still the president for the moment, but it sounds like the president does not want to listen to the former head of the army. And I don't know what percentage of the army is on the side of the president and what percentage of the army is on the side of the General Zuniga, who is with military forces at the presidential palace. I have no idea about that. So we're bringing you the latest updates here. And I don't really know where this is going, this situation. Oh. I just saw a post by, I think this is a a Bolivian minister. Yes, this is, hey, former Bolivian President Evo Morales just posted. Here's a translation. This is Evo Morales, former Bolivian president. He said, in addition to the change of the military high command, hang on. Let me just adjust this here. In addition to the change of the military high command, which they just announced, a criminal process must be immediately proceeded with, and with the discharge of General Zuniga and his accomplices in compliance with the political constitution of the state and the organic law of the armed forces. So it sounds like former President Morales is saying that the General Zuniga, who appears to be leading this possible coup attempt, should be criminally charged along with his accomplices. He just posted that right now. But this is a tense situation because you got a bunch of military outside that presidential palace right now. So I am keeping my eye out for, I really would like to get some live video, but I don't have it at the moment. As soon as I can get it, I will let you know. Oh, Todo Noticias says tanks are advancing. I don't know if that's recently. They're showing a video, and the headline says, tanks advance. Again, I can't steal another news channel's broadcast or their video. Just to be clear. This is in South America. It's tanks from the military, but I assume it's the people, it's military allied with the general who wants to change the cabinet. BBC says Bolivia's presidential palace has been stormed by soldiers. At least, I don't know if they're still in the presidential palace, as the country's president warned of an unfolding coup. Troops blocked off the entrances to La Paz's Murillo Square, where key government buildings are located, before ramming the doors of the main government building. Soldiers then entered the building. But I saw a report that it was a brief entry into the building. The military officer in charge of the troops which took over central La Paz, General Zuniga, said he recognized the president for the moment, but that there would be a change of ministers in the cabinet. Oh, hold on a second. What does this say? Hold on. I'm seeing something, a report on Todo Noticias saying, hold on. It says maximum tension. Checking my chat as well, or checking my messages here. Oh, CNW just posted this. Thanks to Frank Castle for messaging. CNW, which is an account I follow, they said that General Zuniga has left. At Conflicts W says, General Zuniga has left Plaza Murillo in his armored vehicle. It appears the military is withdrawing. That's an unconfirmed report. There's an unconfirmed report that the general is leaving and the military is withdrawing. But I'm not seeing that confirmed. Yes, hold on a second. I just saw another report here. Yes, the military of... Yes, breaking update. Todo Noticias now reports that the soldiers of General Zuniga have left the Plaza Murillo, okay? So that is from the news outlet Todo Noticias. They say that the soldiers of General Zuniga have left the Plaza Murillo, where those government buildings are. I just saw that report right now from their headline. So I don't know if it's over for the day. I don't know that. And then Factual News said that the new army commander who had just been appointed ordered them to leave. But I don't know if they're listening to the new army commander, because it sounds like that the armed forces who were at the governmental buildings, they were with this General Zuniga. And so I would think they're listening to him and not the new army commander who's just been appointed. So we'll see what happens. Again, the soldiers who were with now the former head of the military, who had surrounded and gone into the presidential palace for a bit, had surrounded these government buildings in La Paz, Bolivia. They appear to be leaving the area. Tiger thinks if they are indeed withdrawing, it means the old general is in big, big trouble. I don't have any live video yet to show you. I wish I did, but I don't have it at the moment. Let's see if we can get any more updates here. Yes, the Herbol, which is also a Bolivian outlet, they say the military withdraws from Plaza Murillo and supporters of the president enter to protect the political center of the country. How can I say this? Military. It's not going to all fit. That had surrounded government buildings in Bolivia, reportedly leaving. I think that's not going to fit in the headline. We'll do it this way. Soldiers in Bolivia who had surrounded government buildings leaving. I think. Hang on a second. For now, I'll put it like that. There's Bolivia right there, by the way. Oopsie. Uh-oh. Did I have a misspelling? Who had surrounded government buildings. Oops, buildings. I'm missing a letter. I'm missing a letter in my headline. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. See if I can get you any more updates here. Let me also check some Bolivian outlets here and see what they're saying. Okay. Yes. Tell it. So Todo Noticias. Todo Noticias reported General Zuniga withdrew from Plaza Murillo and the tanks returned to the barracks. After the president's denunciation of the attempted coup. I mean, it's a little confusing because this general showed up with a bunch of troops at the presidential palace and said, like, we're going to have a new cabinet, but we'll leave the, basically we'll leave the, we're not going to change the president for now. Does that count as a coup attempt? I don't know. But after the president denounced an attempted coup, General Zuniga withdrew from Plaza Murillo and the tanks returned to the military barracks. One of our viewers, Kelly, says Wagner vibes. She's reminded of the rebellion in Russia. Was it 2 years ago? By Prigozhin, or last year? Oh, the foreign minister posted something? Hold on. Oh, no, she's the foreign minister of Argentina, I think. Yeah, the foreign minister of Argentina, Diana Mondino, posted. She said, governments, whether good or bad, whether they like it or not, are changed only at the ballot box. They are not changed with violent coup d'etat. Democracy is not negotiated. Hey, thanks to Carrie Poteet. I appreciate that, Carrie. Thank you. And also Red Squirrel. Red Squirrel 82. Yeah, Vicky Martin says, just remember what happened to the leader of the Wagner group. I don't know what's going to happen to General Zuniga now. Thanks to Jay Drabble for your support on Twitch, and Board PC Guy 1. Has anyone died? I'm not aware of any injuries. I'm not aware of any injuries. AP says Bolivia, a country of 12 million people, has seen intensifying protests in recent months over the economy's precipitous decline from one of the continent's fastest growing 2 decades ago to one of its most crisis-stricken. I don't know that I can't tell you the reason for this. I'm not up to date on Bolivian politics, so I'm on Bolivian government. So I can't tell you the exact reason for this, what happened today and what's going on. The AP also says the leadership of Bolivia's largest labor union condemned this action by some of the soldiers and General Zuniga and declared an indefinite strike of social and labor organizations in La Paz in defense of the government. Just want to fix the headline here. Read some more comments too. But again, these soldiers who were surrounding the presidential palace have left. That just happening a few minutes ago. Peep thinks the army wants more power and money. I've been reading some articles on this, and I haven't seen like in the articles I've read, some kind of, clear explanation of the roots of what's going on today. So the Washington Post says that General Zuniga. Oh, by the way, I think the president is on the balcony right now of the presidential palace, and there's a bunch of people cheering for the president. Okay, the president is on the balcony of the presidential palace right now, because I can see it on Telesur English. So again, the president is on the balcony of the palace, and it says President Arce receives support of the population. So he has a megaphone, and there's a bunch of people cheering for him. I don't have the rights to that video. If I did, I'd be showing it to you. But he is outside the palace now, and there's a bunch of cheering crowds. He has a megaphone, and the headline says, President receives support of the population. So the Washington Post said that General Zuniga was dismissed from his post yesterday after saying in televised remarks that Evo Morales, the former president of Bolivia, could not be allowed to run for president again next year. The current president, Arce, served in Morales' cabinet before his election in 2020. Thanks, Lisa James, for your support. It's just kind of a strange situation where you have this military force with armored vehicles and I believe tanks showing up at the presidential palace while the president and ministers are there. And this general, who I guess was fired yesterday, who's leading these forces, how much, I don't know how generally the military in Bolivia feels, but at least some of the forces are there at the presidential palace with this general who's just been let go. And the general says that that the cabinet's going to be replaced and ministers are going to be replaced, and we're going to basically let the president stay there for now. And then the president denounces the coup. The president swears in new military leadership, and then the general and his military forces leave. So what's going to happen to the general now? Did he give up? I don't know. What did he think something? Did the general think something different was going to happen? Or was he just there making a political statement? I can't tell you. I would think this is not that was not the general's plan, but I don't know what the general's plan was. Our viewer Politicierty Welt thinks we will know later on. Again, I still don't have live video to show you. If I do, I will give it to you. Confusing. Frank Castle had mentioned this guy, Thomas Van Linge, a freelance journalist, claimed that some people had been injured today. Maybe they were. I don't know. I don't know about that. There's a video from El Deber showing somebody being carried along, but I mean, somebody could have gotten injured in a big, as the crowd was surging or something. So I don't really have any, I don't know of any confirmed injuries. I haven't heard of any gunfire today. I have not seen any video of, you know, people hitting each other with stuff or anything. So I haven't seen anything about that. Let's see here. Sky News reports that Bolivia has faced mounting protests in recent months over the steep decline of its economy over the last 2 decades. Tensions have mounted ahead of a general election next year, with Evo Morales, the former president, planning to run against his former ally, the current president, President Acre, I think it Asre? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Acre? President Acre, creating a major rift in the ruling Socialist Party. Many do not want the return of Evo Morales, who governed from 2006 until he was ousted amid widespread protests in 2019. Mr. Mr. Arce was elected in 2020. General Zuniga had recently said Mr. Morales should not be able to return as president, which led the current president to remove General Zuniga from his post. Still, I'm not an expert on Bolivia. I don't know why this general did this today. I don't know what the plan was. I don't know if he thought it was going to work. I don't know how many of the army is on the side of this general, how much of the army is on the side of the current president. Arce. Peep says the army wants political prisoners free. That was one of his demands today, from what article I had read. I don't know. Does it count as an attempted coup? Does it count as an attempted coup if the soldiers show up at the presidential palace, but they go in for a little bit? They don't attack anyone. They don't say they're replacing the president. Does that count as a coup attempt? It depends on your definition of coup attempt. That's why I'm being careful about using this language. Sonic Temple says test run. Russell Neal says it's intimidation and set up for an attack. I mean, maybe it's something. Maybe the intention was more to pressure the government rather than take over the government. Aleppo says depends on their intentions. Our viewer Peasy Papazulu says I'm sure the general will be arrested. Paul Callahan Fowler says you don't need the palace, you need the country. But I don't want to start jumping to conclusions here because for all I know, there's some very specific political stuff going on in Bolivia and with this general that I don't understand. And right now, the president has been speaking from the balcony of the presidential palace. That's been going on after the soldiers left. My guess is that there's a bunch of subtleties here that I don't understand. Let me also check and just see. Maybe I can find some other reporting in like Bolivian papers. See what they're saying. Matt Farm says maybe it was a bluff charge to intimidate and see if the president flinches or fire the first shot. Yeah, there's a video floating around in photos. I posted it earlier in the chat. At some point, there was a face-to-face confrontation between the president of Bolivia and the general leading the soldiers who had surrounded the presidential palace. That did happen today. Now, I have not seen, there's an unconfirmed report online that the troops arrested. There's an account online that claimed that the troops arrested the general. I have not seen that reported. If I see reported by like a major news outlet, I'll let you know. But I have not seen that reliably reported anywhere. AFP says, AFP journalists said that Bolivian soldiers had withdrew from positions outside government buildings where they had gathered with tanks in what the president said was an attempted coup. So The Guardian reports by late afternoon, the president had named a new military high command, and reports said that troops and armored vehicles were withdrawing from where the government buildings are. And The Guardian says where the seemingly botched rebellion had played out. So The Guardian is calling this a seemingly botched rebellion. The newly appointed army chief appeared on state television and ordered the troops who had hit the streets to return to barracks. But for now, it looks like things have calmed down there. BV Luminous says, was it a coup or was it demands for better accommodations and stuff like that? Again, I just don't know what the plan was. The former head of the military, who was just let go this week, I believe in the last couple of days, just fired, he showed up with a bunch of troops at the presidential palace. He said that the cabinet was going to be replaced. There were going to be new ministers, and that he was demanding the release of political prisoners, I believe. But you know, they didn't take anybody into custody. There was no violence that I could see. Well, I mean, at one point, I think a tank or armored vehicle was ramming a door at the presidential palace. That happened, but I'm not aware of nobody been taken into custody. I'm not aware of any fighting. There was never an announcement that the president was no longer president. So it's kind of confusing to me what exactly the intention was here and what the plan was. Is it over? Dexter says. Well, I don't know about that. Is that it? That I can't tell you. But the troops that were surrounding the government buildings left. Hey, Marty Hagwood, that's so kind of you. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. Javier Gotti as well. Thank you, Javier Gotti, for your support. So it's not really clear to me why this happened. And maybe there's some, important personal factors or something, or domestic factors that I don't know. This from Congressional Research Service on Bolivia. They say chronic instability, poverty, corruption, and deep ethnic and regional cleavages have stymied Bolivia's development. Bolivia won independence from Spain in 1825, experiencing frequent military coups and periods of authoritarian rule for much of its history. The country reestablished democratic civilian rule in 1982. They say after experiencing political instability following the ouster of populist President Evo Morales, Bolivia remains politically polarized but has begun to recover economically under President Luis Arce. But this was in 2022. I know they've been having economic problems there. Excessive Force says if the general was let go this week, as has been reported, sounds like disgruntled ex-employee. I mean, maybe, although he got these soldiers to go with him to the presidential palace. How did that happen? I don't know. So I was trying to get you a little background here on everything. Tim Koss says, could all of this have been a political stunt to gain popularity? You mean by the president? I don't think so. That would, I mean, that's, if you're saying there was some big conspiracy and this was all planned. I mean, I don't know about Bolivia much, but I'm not seeing any kind of speculation that that was the case. But I mean, I'm not there, so I don't know for sure. But none of the reports that I've seen have talked about that at all. Herbal said that the president in recent minutes said, the president from the balcony said, no one can take away the democracy that we have won at the polls and in the streets with the blood of the Bolivian people, said the president from the balcony of the presidential palace. So for the moment, things have settled down in Bolivia. It was not clear where this was going. And were we going to see this armed force start, try to capture the president or something? But the force has withdrawn. So it looks like for now things are calming down there. But who knows where this is going in future days? I'm going to be reading more to try to figure out what exactly is going on there. Robin Mattingly thinks this isn't over. And again, I've been looking at different articles, and I'm not finding a lot of insight on why this happened today. Oh, Wikipedia already has a page up about it. They call it the Bolivian coup d'etat attempt. I'd be careful calling it a coup d'etat attempt. I don't know if there was a serious attempt to replace the president. Didn't seem like they attempted to replace the president. So it was certainly something, some kind of big political act. Whether it's really a coup d'etat attempt, I don't know if it's legit to call it that. I don't know enough about it. But anyways, I would put that in quotes myself. Hey, thanks so much to Cartoon Maps. That's very kind of you, Cartoon Maps. I appreciate that. Thank you. Peep thinks it happened today because the general has to leave and his window to make a statement was closing fast. But, I mean, is the general putting himself at risk doing this? Could he get arrested for doing this? Why did those soldiers go along with him? Did they actually think something different was going to happen? Well, AP is calling this an apparent failed coup attempt. That's what they're saying. The general who was leading the soldiers who took over this central area briefly for a time today, where government buildings are, the general had said that he did not, AP says he did not explicitly say he was leading a coup. When he was in the presidential palace with bangs echoing behind him, he said the army was trying to restore democracy and free our political prisoners. All right, guys. I'm going to wait a couple minutes to see if I can get you any more information. But the good news generally is that there's not some big military confrontation there. Now, the Independent says that the president said that the general had been arrested by his own troops. I don't know that maybe the president did say that, but I haven't seen any reliable reporting that that actually happened. Oh, no. I'm sorry. This is pretty bad. The Independent, which is a British paper, they reported that the president said that, but their source was this account on X, on Twitter, that had posted that claim with no evidence given, with no sourcing. So the Independent reported it, but their only source was somebody on X who didn't give a source. So there's really not good sourcing on that claim. I haven't seen that anywhere else. All right, so again, it's kind of confusing. I wish I had more insight to give you on why exactly this happened, but I don't. Again, my guess is that there's factors that I don't know. You know, I don't know if it has to do with the general being fired this week. Maybe there's disagreement in the military. Maybe it was some sort of political statement. There could be all kinds of factors at play here that we don't know about. So I don't pretend to understand why this all happened and what the ramifications, if any, will be in the future and what's going to happen to the general. So I wish I could tell you more. And I've been looking at a lot of different outlets, including some Bolivian outlets, and I don't have that for you. Maybe if I lived there and followed the news all the time, I'd have more to say on this. But unfortunately, I don't. Thank you, April Lynn, by the way. I appreciate it. All right, well, look, I wanted to come on the air because this was a tense scene with a bunch of military surrounding the presidential palace, but tensions have lowered in the sense of the military has now left. So I think I'm going to start wrapping up this live stream. Didn't know where it was going to go, but let's hope things stay calm there. If there's huge developments, I can always come on the air and do another stream. But that's my take right now. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming to the coverage and messaging me with updates and letting me read your comments and questions on the air. Thank you. And this is Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. So if you like this kind of coverage, subscribe, follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, Agenda Free TV. And, the debate. Somebody asked about the debate. Yes, I am planning on covering the debate. And as far as I'm aware, my current understanding is that I can show the debate. That's my current understanding. I actually wrote to CNN and got a message back from them. So unless things change, unless they write back to me and say, no, you're not understanding it correctly, we'll show the debate in the sense that I can show the CNN YouTube feed. That's what they told me. But we'll see. They might say, no, you can't. But today they suggested I can. So I don't want to promise it, but as of right now, I have permission to show it. But We'll see. But as of right now, I can show it. So we'll have debate coverage. I'm going to do a bunch of debate coverage tomorrow. I'm also going to have like video from Reuters of like people in the spin room and stuff like that. So we're going to do a bunch of coverage of the debate stuff tomorrow. We'll probably come on the air early for that. Definitely earlier than the debate start time. So put that on your calendar if you're interested. Shout out to our moderators. Yes, the debate is tomorrow. I think the start time is 9 p.m. Eastern, but we're going to be on before that. I want to say a big thanks to our moderators who have been here today during our coverage. For example, Ruth Krafasi and Danny James, all of our other YouTube moderators who've been in and out. Thank you. And Linda Belk and Larry over there on X. Thanks for modding for us over there on Twitch. Really appreciate our mods like David Green, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, Sarah, Papa Bear, and Sharon C54. And thanks to our Facebook moderators. Hang on a second here. Margaret Riley, Christina Neal, Kay Lowry Body, Paul Anderson, thank you. Sorry the stars are still broken on Facebook. I don't know what's up with that. I've written to them asking them to fix it. I think it's a problem on multiple channels on Facebook. Hey, thanks for your support on Twitch also. DogBees68 and Haunted Wind and Grubsmack and Blue Pip. And yeah, thanks to everybody who donated. That's really nice of you guys. You are the ones who keep this channel on the air. So really appreciate your support. If you ever want to donate to the channel, you can do that at agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. And, I recommend, I never know when we're going live. I mean, I know we'll be live for the debate, but generally speaking, I don't know when, big news is going to happen. So if you want to get a heads up when we're going live, we have our own notification system where you can sign up for it. It's free to sign up, and then you get to send a message whenever we're going live. So sign up for our free notifications. They work really well. We do it through Discord. The mods will post a link in the chat so you can sign up for the free notifications. And you can also, if you click on that link, you can check out our free Discord chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. A lot of our viewers like doing that. But definitely sign up for the notifications. And thanks to our Discord mods, by the way. And if you want to get the YouTube notifications, if you subscribe on YouTube, you got to do this funky thing. If you're for the YouTube viewers, if you want to get the YouTube notifications, you need to click this bell. There's a bell. You got to click the bell, turn the bell on, and then choose all notifications. Okay. I'll post updates about this and any other news that's happening when I'm not on the air. I'll post it on my X account, which is @Lookner on X. @Lookner on X. I'll post a link to my X account in the chat. But yes, definitely a bunch of debate coverage tomorrow night for you, coming up tomorrow night. Thanks to M1K3 for subscribing on Twitch. Thanks to all of our Twitch subscribers like Dogbees, Haunted Wind, Grubsmack, Blue Pip, and Mr. Bigley, Huge and Tremendous, New Dragons, Shaggy, Wall Street. Thanks to all of our subscribers over there. Appreciate your support on Twitch. Unleashed Flute. Thank you. Turnaround 77. Turnaround 77, I'm not aware of any injuries. I saw a report that somebody might have been injured, but that was unconfirmed. But I'm not aware of any injuries right now. And there also could have been injuries because there was such crowds of people out there. So I'm not aware of any injuries caused by hostile action of one person towards another. Oh, Herbal, the news outlet Herbal in Bolivia posted a video of the president being carried on people's shoulders outside the presidential palace after the soldiers left. Yes, I am planning on covering the French and British elections coming up as well. And I want to thank our Facebook subscribers as well. Thanks for subscribing over there and supporting the channel, like Eve Richards, Christian McConnell Gates, Kay Larry Body, Margaret Riley, Billy Joe Drage, Duster Singer, all of our Lou Green, all of our Facebook subscribers, thank you. And our YouTube members, huge thanks to you. People like Xylee42, Mythical, Paula Faust, Evelyn in Maine, Marissa Pugliese, Crypto King, Janet Burnett, PZ Papa Zulu, Jess Me, Ryan Teasdale, UV Lightning, Paul Tissue, William Cromer, Mary McHugh 2, Flora Morena, Angelina Knox, Buffalo Women, Aleppo Gambit, Iscrane, Sinon, El Deuterino, thanks for being members, Ronan, Sean, Joseph Whitlock, the one and only Justin King, thank you for being members on YouTube. And, quick other reminder, I do have a personal channel where I sometimes do non-news live streams, sometimes. That is called Lookner on YouTube and Look Nerd with a D on Twitch. You can check that out if you'd like. All right, guys, so that is it. We have been covering what looked like a possible coup attempt in Bolivia. Was it a real coup attempt? I mean, it was certainly a forceful action with the general who had just been let go from being the head of the military, apparently, and this week, and a bunch of soldiers and armored vehicles showing up at the presidential palace surrounding it, going in for a bit of time. But I'm not aware of any injuries. The general never said that he wanted to replace the president. So what exactly was going on here? Why did that happen? What's going to happen in the future? That I can't tell you. I do not have a lot of insight for you there. But fortunately, at least right now, it has not resulted in a lot of violence there. And these soldiers with this general withdrew from around the palace. So, but it looked dicey for a little while there, certainly. So let's hope things stay calm. Okay. All right. That is it for now. Thank you for watching. And thanks to our mods again. And we will definitely have a bunch of debate coverage. And again, I'm hoping the actual debate tomorrow night. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.